News is everywhere. Headlines, updates, alerts, and most of it isn't good. But what if the way to protect your peace would be to stop chasing the news altogether?
That's what news fasting is all about, and it's been an absolute game changer for us.
Our question is the news keeping you up to date, or is it keeping you anxious? There are studies that show that constant exposure to a crisis situation makes the viewer more anxious than the people that are actually at that event. And we'll link to the Boston bombing study below, it's super interesting. It actually proves that point.
Yeah. And the other thing about that constant news overload is that you're not just getting information, it actually drains your energy and also colors your whole outlook on life.
Yeah, then you view everything through a kind of a negative lens. So, how do we stay informed without drowning in negativity? One sure way of doing that is choosing one or two trusted sources of information and sticking to those, not trying to read everything that comes your way.
Yeah, or watch everything that comes your way. And I think you also mentioned to me while you were researching for this that it's better to read your news rather than watch it.
Yeah.
So the other thing to do is to time box your news portion of the day. Make it 15 minutes maximum. Read some news, get up to date, and then that's it.
Yeah, once a day, no more. And then a really, really important thing is not to do it first thing in the morning. Don't let that set the precedent for the day, that input. And then the same for going to bed at night. There are actually studies that prove the effects of this, and we'll link to those below so if you need more reading.
Yes, we heard recently that in the morning what you should do when you wake up is think of the people that inspire you and then start your day, the way that we normally recommend. We'll link to our usual videos for that, but definitely not online. Yeah. So let's look at some practical alternatives, because maybe if you're somebody who watches the news a lot, to suddenly go down to 15 minutes is probably a bit of a cold shower. But there are a lot of ways that you can sort of re-inform yourself and how you move forward from here.
Yeah, so a bit of a pivot in your news cycle.
Yes.
Start by seeing if you can find some good news sites, just to get a bit of balance in your news intake.
Yes, this is so important because there are good news sites and there is a lot of good news going on out there, but it just doesn't get the same publicity.
Yeah, or sales, unfortunately. Should.
Yes.
Totally should. Then also look into local newspaper. It's much more constructive to get active, with your local community than sit there fretting about global crises.
Yeah, which you can't do anything about. And then this follows on to, if you are feeling restless, get active in your community. Find ways to volunteer, give back, donate.
Connect with people out there.
Yeah, in any way that you can. I mean, just a quick example, we went to our local community garden this morning, and that in itself is we're supporting a local effort, and you're meeting friends, you're connecting with people. It's a very small thing, but it makes a difference.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you just end up marinating in the headlines. So let's run through the benefits of taking a news break. Immediately there's less stress in your life and you feel more calm.
Yeah, you're also going to sleep better, which will give you more energy to do the things that are important to you.
A great way to start is just maybe committing to a single weekend where you take a break, just one weekend.
Yeah, just see how that feels. I mean, for us, we've been on a permanent news fast since 2012 or something, and there's a definite before and after. Our lives are so much happier now.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're living in some woo-woo bubble or anything. We do know what's going on. We just, as we said earlier, we don't marinate in it.
Yeah. and honestly, if it's really big enough, you do get to hear of it, and not by looking for it, it just comes to you, you know.
Yep.
Online, neighbors, colleagues, anything. You get it all.
Even if you try not to get it, you'll still get it.
Still
so
get it, yeah.
you're not going to miss out at all. I mean, in the past, we've come across people who say, yes, but you need to stay informed. No. Well, for the important things that's going to come to you, it pops up everywhere. You can't actually avoid it. So there's no reason to go and look for it.
What's important is the news that you can make a difference in.
Yes.
So if there's a crisis in your local area and you can go there and help, that's important.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need a 24/7 drip feed of disasters to stay informed.
Just try one news fast, even if it's just for a weekend. You'll see just how much calmer you'll be.
Yeah, and if it sticks, welcome to the club.
Until next time, live simply,
Protect your peace.
and age with intention.
Bye. Bye. We are going to not watch the news now. Bye-bye.
Yay!
It's the mostly mindful dance.
This is how we get confidence for our videos. Don't you think? Is it working for yucks? Dancing, dancing the night away. Dancing,
Isn't it?
dancing.
I'm sure it's an O. I think it's a different word, isn't it? No.
It's a different word, but
But
I
it
mean,
doesn't
we know
matter.
it's mostly mindful song.
Okay.
We can make up our own words.
Yeah. That's
In
true.
fact, that's a word that exists. I didn't even make the word up.
Dancing.
Yeah.
We don't say dancing.
No, but there's a word. People say dancing.
What do we say? Dancing.
Dancing. There's research. There's research. There are studies that show constant exposure to a crisis.
Sorry.
What the hell? I was doing so well.
You were.
Now we're just going to run through the very obvious benefits of taking that news fast or taking a break from that.